And a glorious welcome to you from a lovely Studio 4 on a very sunny Tuesday afternoon here in September. Welcome to ESL TV with myself, Red Eye, and Pansy for some more CSGO action. Yay!
Yeah!
Yay!
Woo!
It's been a while since I've done any commentating at all. I'm fumbling around, really. I just don't know what to do. Steady there. Yeah, there'll be a few of those this evening. We aren't too far away from our very first game of the evening. And apologies, you don't normally get the videos at the start. It's all lovely and groovy and stuff. But tonight, unfortunately, we are in Studio 4. We're having a refit in Studio 3. So we've been into Studio 4. We've got a plethora of studios here. Just an unlimited amount of studios in the ESL.
So many.
Lots and lots. How are you doing?
Not bad actually. Looking forward to getting back into CSGO.
Yeah,
it has been a while. Like I've been casting, but not my CSGO.
Yeah.
I've missed it a little bit.
You have.
I missed the guys.
So we're going to kick off with EnRo GRIFFINS versus Team Alternate. Reasonable matchup for a first round game, it has to be said. Double German teams, of course, and ready to go head to head here in Germany. So hometown favourites. But as we move on through the competition, we'll let you know what we're going to do. And if you've got any particular matches you'd like to see as they form through the round of 16 and round of 8, then let us know via the Twitch chat or on Twitter as well. You can do that at Paul Challoner and at They Call Me Pansy.
That they do.
That's not mine, that's hers, obviously.
He's a big fan of me. He even takes his Twitter name as my own. Paul Challoner. My Challoner. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry.
Yeah. We'll find that one later. Maybe we'll play that one in the break.
Well, they did really enjoy your Spotify music so far, so I think we can improve.
Yes, thanks.
The only way is up, as
it's alternate rock, guys. Just enjoy the alternate rock. It's better than the Joe Miller trance
stuff. Bringing Joe Miller into this.
I know, because he's probably sitting in the office right now watching, going, that Red Eye rubbish rock.
You'll come back and your desk is going to be strewn all over the office.
Decimated all over the place. We aren't too far away, actually, from getting underway. Let me just double check that they haven't started and done anything crazy. No, so that's all good.
I had a little bit of panic then, because they're just kind of warming up. And I was like,
yeah, they are.
Ooh.
They are.
But all is good.
It's all good. So it's a good time to recap, actually. We had Very Games, of course, winning at the end of Season 2 back in 1837 when we last held the RaidCall EMS. Well, it wasn't
that long ago. You was about 40 then, weren't you?
It was about 35.
No.
So yeah, it was a while ago, back in the summer, of course. Very Games winning the second one. NIP, who else, winning the first one, of course. So we're on to Season 3 already of our $156,000 RaidCall EMS 1 season championship across the 3 seasons in 2013. And we're now into the fall one, which is, fall, not fail, fall. Someone said fail earlier on.
I'm glad you're saying this, because I would have failed parlously at that. I struggle speaking in general. I don't know why this is my job. This is a terrible role for me, but it's a mouthful and a half, to be fair.
It's not really that hard. It's the RaidCall EMS 1 Fall Cup, Cup number 1, Season 3.
All the cups.
2013.
Right.
In September. I don't know.
Why are you making this worse?
I don't think there's anything else after that. So it's all good. As I said, we are going to kick off with Alternate versus EnRo GRIFFINS. If you haven't checked it out already, go and check out the website, csgo.raidcallems1.com, and all the brackets are on there. Just click on the little logo at the top, Cup number 1, and you'll see the round of 32 bracket and the round of 16, round of 8, round of 4, and final as well. And if you're not familiar with how it works, Tuesdays, 7 o'clock Central European summertime, just about still summer, we'll do the round of 32, 16, and the quarterfinals. It's all best of 1 up to then. And then tomorrow, come back, we'll do both semi-finals, both best of 1, and the grand final, best of 3, with $1,000 up for grabs, 600 for first, 300 for second, and 100 for third place as well.
Not bad.
Not bad for
Not bad at all.
Not bad for a couple of days' work, anyway.
Yeah.
And pretty much all the big clans. I think the only one that's really missing right now is Astana. Other than that, we've got pretty much everyone there is to know about in terms of CSGO in Europe. Some new clans in there as well. Particularly looking forward to seeing how the Brits get on.
Yeah, most certainly.
Like XMG, as they're now known.
I'm a big fan of those guys. I've loved them in their various lineups. I've got to say, whether it be Reason, whether it be Dignitas, whether it be God, there's been multitudes of them under various tags, but it's nice to see them kind of combining. We've got a little bit of Reason in there, you've got a little bit of God knows Dignitas, and there's literally varying amounts of UK people kind of coming back for it. So I'm hoping they do well. They seem to be already gelling quite nicely considering the results they had, and they've been collecting to this point. So they're certainly a team to keep your eyes on, and I want to see some good British teams in towards the finals because
we've never had them before.
Well,
you were going to say that. Just finish off. Rattlesnake's watching right now, and he's going, that pansy.
Do you know what? I've got a lot of time for the guy, but they didn't really step up as I hoped they would. They're a talented bunch. They really are, but this is the best of the best at the end of the day. You look at the teams we always have going towards the finals. You can't come at a second rate when everyone else
what
is
I'm going to say
hash one.
Shots fired.
Didn't want to cast with
Sam,
me, bro.
I know where she lives.
You didn't want to cast with me, so I'm still a little bit heartbroken. I still remember that.
Okay.
It's
See,
there,
doesn't
it's
harbour
raw.
grudges at all, Sam.
No, women,
None at all.
we don't do that.
Let's go through the bracket round of 32 right now. Very game's already through to round of 16 because they were top 8 last season. We've got Agent versus Cowabunga. Probably the best name in Counter-Strike Go right now. Playing Ducks, not far off the best name in Counter-Strike right now, against EnRo Gaming. The Poles, the up-and-coming Poles, obviously, in there. Na'Vi will play the winners of that one in the next round. Western Wolves waiting the round of 16 for either EnRo Griffins or Team Alternate, who we're going to give you next. Solemn take on CRG, who are now MyXMG. The winner of that one will face Copenhagen Wolves. Fnatic are also through to the round of 16. They'll wait either the Swedes from High Grade or the Danes from Come and Get Us. Not Came and Get Us, as it says on the bracket. Might want to fix that one.
Cough, cough.
3D Max or Vikings will play LDLC in the next round. That's not quite the LDLC that we know and love from the past.
Right.
But we'll talk about that later on. And Faculty, which I still can't get used to seeing with the Swedish flag,
It's
by
wrong.
the way.
It's
just
wrong.
not right. It can't happen.
Stop
but for
it.
some reason, they do have a Swedish flag, of course, because of the change in the lineup. Team 4W or Team Refuse. Either of those two will go through to play in Faculty. And at the bottom of the bracket, here's the big one. Eyes on You will play Idle Lions, and the winner of that will play the Ninjas in Pyjamas. So that's how the bracket lines up. You can get all of the action on csgo.raidcall-ems1.com.
Wow, you've got that under wraps. Oh my word.
Down with the website.
Oh my word.
We have been doing it for like 7 months now.
We've been doing what for 7 months?
RaidCall EMS1.
Right.
Okay, let's move
It's
on
been a
from
long
that.
day, guys, already for me.
Yeah.
Trust me. Being a producer, well, him being the producer, me being a graphics editor, it's kind of all amalgamating into one.
Yeah.
It's fine though. But I think they're still warming up. But the thing to bear in mind was
Okay, well, if the admins are watching right now, I can't tell them, but we are ready. I mean, if they're ready to go,
subtle
then,
note,
you know,
we're live. We're just chilling. But it'd be kind of cool
Okay.
to get this underway. Give producer Red Eye some love, by the way. This guy is literally at the helm here. If anything goes wrong, give him
Trust
hell.
me, something is going to go wrong this evening.
Oh,
because
gotcha.
Whenever I'm around technical equipment, it tends to fail. I only have to breathe on it and it will fail.
You haven't quite got to the level I have where I accidentally dropped Red Bull into a PC.
No,
yeah,
I've never done that.
That was
very
impressive.
bad. How did you do that?
Well, I was casting a game and I got a little bit excited. My hands went everywhere as they normally do, and you know, and
Okay.
Red Bull seemed to be in the way, and it kind of coated itself on the PC. So I was terrified.
That's a bit loud, isn't it?
Oh.
Right, Riley. Let's turn that down a little bit.
I know you don't like my stories, Paul, but there's no reason to deafen me.
Crikey, Riley. If that's too loud for you, just let us know. I think that's
DJ
about,
Red Eye
that's
on the
about
decks.
right now.
Oh, Lord above.
Sounded more like someone laughing than it.
That was
It
appalling.
was
What
Muttley.
that?
Muttley had a
What?
dastard deal.
At least Red Eye isn't travelling. That's a very good point, Silverwind.
Yes, if anyone is not aware of what the the red eye travel
Loud
curse
noises.
is, oh my goodness! If we get time this evening, we have to fill. I'm going to fill it with tales of woe from travelling because I have many. Let's just say many. But hopefully we can concentrate on the Counter-Strike because you can see right now both teams are in the server. It's 7-5 to Team Alternate. No, calm down. It's fine. It's not really. I'm just just teasing.
I'm not used to not having a producer doing all this stuff for me now. I've been
Hey,
treated
hey,
too much.
hey! Look at that. Production extraordinaire.
Whoa.
Yeah, don't get too carried away.
Not by touching my microphone. It's getting saucy, folks. Can't deal with it.
Oh dear, I'm going to get into so much trouble with a friend later. Right.
Why are they speaking French? They're both German. Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais quoi, pourquoi.
All I know is how to swear
Oh,
in various.
okay.
I was like,
Yeah, let's
I
not
want
do
to
that this evening
reply,
either.
but oh, look at this gun. It's like it's been Saints Road. It's all purple and
Yeah, that's the new skins for the
I
guns,
like
of course.
it. I know you're not a
I'm
fan.
I'm not a fan.
You're a
but
purist,
but
though.
I am a purist. Absolutely, I am a purist.
Look at that. It's like a zebra.
Oh, that's the zebra deagle, isn't it? Have you seen that yet?
No, well, I have
There is
now.
a zebra. Yeah, there's a zebra deagle, which actually doesn't look too bad. There it is. There it is. Look, there's the zebra
That's
deagle.
so cool. Well, that was thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, one solid.
It's
Nice
called.
one.
It's hypnotic deagle.
It's magical.
I think that's its actual name. Is hypnotic.
Oh.
There's the red laminate. Look, they're very sought after, by the way. There's a lot I've seen. If they're of all of the guns that are out there, the red AK laminate is probably the one that people want the most.
Well, you know, there's a secret to it that you get slightly more damage and a little bit less recoil, but you know, told you about that.
I think so.
Yeah.
But let's see. Anyway,
That's how it works.
it's time for the knife round.
Oh God, I thought I got away with
Right
this.
then, laddies. Time for some hacking and slashing. After being down the pub for 9 hours, aye, man.
It's been a bit Geordie.
Well, it's
Why,
a
aye, man?
little bit of Geordie in there, a little bit of Scottish. Hey, man, slash the man in the face. Just get stuck in, lads. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. See, look, it's easy. So I'm just breaking you in gently because you didn't actually do any funny. You didn't do any funny knife rounds last season. And
Because I'm
people
not
were disappointed.
talented. The worst thing
But you
is, I
need
got
to pick up.
I'm very bad at this. I stick to my strengths, and that's minimal at the best of times.
nice throw of the gun.
I like
Gun
that.
throwing's
Like
good.
that a lot.
That's nice. We like that a lot.
It's a tactic I've
Yeah,
heard.
Tijan the last one alive against Mars and Frozen, and Tijan is kind of well, he's a bit like a Frenchman right now. He's on the retreat and has 2 men chasing after him. Oh, finally we're going to get sliced. Oh, he's got one. Can he get the second? He did get one slice in there, and they're now equal. This could be the most exciting knife round we've ever had. But no, it's boring anyway because Frozen won.
But to be fair, bearing in mind the map, this is still one of the most even maps out there currently with T2CT bias. So check the stats because I hadn't casted CS in a little while, and I was like, has it changed? Because I was, you know, hyping up the Glock a little bit, and everyone's like, well, Lauren, there's been updates, and that's why you're getting so excited. And, well, there really has been. Cache, sorry, excuse me, the posh comes through there. Cache. No, Cache is still sitting at 56% towards the T side, whereas 43% for the CT. So it's fairly even. You're around the markers of dust now, and that kind of thing where it's not too biased towards one
But
side.
the cool thing is,
What's the
that
cool
it's
thing, Paul?
a T-sided map.
You reckon?
Well, the stats say it is.
Well, look at you, Statman.
Stats say it is. And at the moment, in competitive play, only Dust is a T-map.
That's a very good point.
Everything else is CT based. So if Cache continues that way, and,
I quite like it.
you know, it's become it stays a T map because who knows whether it will or not. First 3 to 6 months of the life of maps tend to change all over the place, ebb and flow. Sometimes the people are like, oh my god, it's so T biased, it's ridiculous. And welcome back, Silencer, by the way. I know that you would have seen this, but I haven't commentated on a game since we've had the Silencer added back.
But I think we're actually ready to get underway.
Indeed we are. Game number 1 then of the RaidCall EMS 1 Fall Cup number 1 2013 in September 2013 on ESL CS TV Studio 134971830. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But anyway, EnRo GRIFFINS versus Team Alternate is game 1 of the RaidCall EMS 1 Fall Cup.
Yeah, that's a lovely intro there, Paul. Like that a lot. But we were seeing EnRo on that CT side, the Griffins taking on Team Alternate on the T side. First frag in this cup, I'm not going to give you the full title, does go to EnRo. You can see Globe now getting on the action, gets 2. Ooh, did he get the second there? No, Mars did claim that. That's Crystal down. Spitty now joins in, comes round towards B, and it looks as though the CT side, although this is a T-bias map, is going to get the first round. So nice little pistol start there for them. Going to get a good couple of rounds off the back, only imagine. And nice start for Fear Me.
Yeah, nice couple of...
Appropriate name.
Well, if he carries on like that, then yeah, they're definitely going to fear him, aren't they? Good start. 1-0. And Alternate now on the back foot after that first round loss. See if they can get anything out of the eco. We are going to see the boost into mid. Well, no, we're not, because Auto Director says no.
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 Why is it French?
Because I always felt like the Auto Director was actually a fat controller, like out of, you know, Thomas the Tank Engine.
And he's French?
But he was French.
Right.
Yeah. So whenever the Auto, Director changes it, no. We go out in the middle. Ooh, Mars clipped down to 3 health, and then Globes picked up a kill on Sonic. Crystal does reply back, well, 1 for 1, although it might as well be 4 versus 3 with those 3 points of health on Mars right now. They've done all right, Alternate here. They've done very well indeed, trying to push their way into the side alley of A. Crispy does get the first one, and Fear Me replying back now. Felix gets himself another. And they've got themselves a 3 versus 2. Oh, Spiddy does pick up one of the 2. And now the last 2 remaining here. Oh, Tijan now is the last man alive. He's got 5 points of health. And he's up against Spiddy and Fear Me. We've got 57 between them. He's now stuck at Jeep on the side. Flashes into the site. And goes round the corner. And Fear Me will pick up the kill on Tijan. And what do you know? That will be 2-0. But a really, really good round from Alternate. Almost could have taken that one.
Yeah, if they got the bomb down then as well, that'd be a beautiful bit of money. But they still didn't do badly. I think they're going to be happy with that, and they're such a dangerous side as well. Alternate, you probably know these guys since forever. Solek, Crystal, 2 big names you've always seen. You can't deny Felix as well. Even though they lost that pistol, they're still certainly too worried. And look at Felix, already got that AK beside him. So actually investing quite early on here into round 3. Glow pushing up a touch through mid. But it's Frozen locking down the site now. Gets a little bit tagged up. And I remember Viflaren actually mentioning the fact that this is all about that mid-exchange here. So, let's see if they go for it. I think they're more focused towards the A site. Felix opens up onto Frozen. Nice way to crack the site there. But will they expect Spiddy? No, he's already taken down Crispy, but Felix now pushing forward. Spiddy doing big work there. And this could be real trouble for Alternate, who have invested quite heavily into this round. Unless Solek can go big, can't do it. Globe through mid, comes around nicely. Tizian now, 1v2. Has to find Mars and Fear Me. Not sure if you can do it. They're in good positions. Mars dug in deep. Using what they have. Flash is going over. Peers out. Nice shot from Mars. Controlling the threat. And I'm not sure if that investment really paid off for them then.
I'm
not sure.
I would say no. I mean, yeah. In the words of the fact controller, no.
But I've got to say, Spiddy's presence on that site really caught him off guard. Having 2 people there rather than the usual kind of one soloing, I think that kind of caught him out.
Yeah, but they actually did better without guns in the previous round, which is slightly worrying for Team Alternate. And yeah, come on, man. If you're going to do the jump, do the jump. That isn't a jump anyway, that's just a check. You can't actually get up there without a boost. However, 5 on the board for Spiddy, as you've rightly pointed out. He's had a good opening to this game, 3 rounds in. And 3 rounds on the board for EnRo GRIFFINS on CT side of Cachet. Taking the mic, of course, it is cash to most of us. Crystal does pick up 1. Oh, Spiddy's going to get dropped in the mid here. They both rushed in, 2-man rush into mid. And Sonic gets the kill on him. And we're now 4v3. EnRo with a man down. He's equalised back up though. Frozen does pick up the one on Sonic. That was the revenge frag down on the side. Entry to A. And man waiting in. Oh, Fear Me did manage to get some damage done there on Crystal, and the second part done as well. Now they've got 2 men in towards this area. Flash will go in from Fear Me. They've got a man above him checking over this B bomb site, and now it's a 2v2. Fear Me, brilliant couple of shots from him. Double headshot in from Fear Me. 3 from him in the round, and that was, well, if Spiddy stepped up in the first 3. Then round 4 went to Fear Me, and EnRo GRIFFINS lead 4-0.
Yeah, not a scoreline people probably would have expected. Alternate on paper, generally, are the better side, and you pointed out there, they're all on 2 kills, bless them.
Good job,
nice to share.
Consistency.
Yeah, team spirit and all that jazz. Anyway, let's have a look into this round. We do see that mid-exchange now being kind of going down. Mars and Code pushing up. Orp now in play as well. Crystal kind of expecting it. Bit of pre-fire coming through, trying to hold them back. And there's the boost up. And we know how important this is. If you watch the previous season, we had Viflaren explaining that this map all hinges on that mid-exchange. You open it up, you get so much control through the map. You can just dominate the pace, whether you're CT or T. And this is why they're so cautious right now. Crispy getting a beautiful shot onto Globe, looking to take it through now. Pushing forward, the T side have got varying control. Crystal keeping the push out of those vents. Bomb being dropped off. He's looking a little bit worried, and you can see why. Spiddy just peering out of the smoke there. Actually did take him down, so 4v4 now. Cautious, tentative play. Alternate not really keeping mid under wraps here. Gonna have to back away, but look at Mars. Good position. Avoiding the flash. Nice shot there. Takes down Solek. And there we go. Mid-exchange going down into the CT favour. Crystal is edging towards A, though. Might be able to open this one up if he's quick about it. Frozen denies though. Now you can see they're immediately rotating. Nice attention to detail there, constantly on it, but they did not expect that. Tizian breaking into B. Felix coming through. The bomb should go down here. And now finally, the time limit is on the side of the T's. Time to sit in and dig deep. Mars getting tagged up. Felix still locking it down. Tizian doing the work though. 2v2. Edging in, Speedy just peers through, gets the tag and the frag onto Felix. Tizian replies onto Frozen. 1v1, 19 HP against 94. Is he really going for the full defuse? Oh my word, he is, and this might just pay off. Tizian just in time comes through, and that was down to the second there. Unreal play, 4-1. Team Alternate did not get that round easy.
Oof, made to work hard for that one. But they do have one on the board, finally. And rather than 5-0, it's 4-1. That's a big round to have won in the nick of time. I reckon there was microseconds left on the end of that.
Unreal.
So if you are just joining us, welcome to RaidCall EMS 1 Full Cup. First game of the evening in the round of 32. Best of 1 all the way through to the final, which is best of 3. $1,000 up for grabs, as ever in the weekly cups. 4 cups go together to make up the qualifying for the group stages, which features 16 of the best teams via the rankings from the season. Top 2 from each group go through to the LAN finals, which we'll no doubt release some information about a little later on in the season. 60 seconds of round 6 remaining here in game number 1. EnRo GRIFFINS opening up with 4 rounds in a row, but pushed onto the eco rather easily, I have to say. Considering they've won the 4 rounds, they might just be saving early. They probably could buy. I haven't checked. But this should be a straightforward round for Alternate now. They've picked up 3 without loss. This will be number 4 in mid, thanks to Tizian. Bomb planted as well. And Fear Me. Well, I don't think they'll be fearing him much right now, because he's the Lone Ranger and sent to his death by the AK of Tizian. So that'll be 4-2, and Alternate definitely back in the game.
Yeah, I've got to say that was a nicely controlled round there. Didn't lose a player. Very important. We know how damaging those pistol rounds can be. So very well handled by Tizian especially. Why are you pointing out Twitch chat to me? You know I have a real issue with that. I get all excited and laugh.
Normally I don't look at it, but it's on the other screen. Just by
it's distracting,
I can't reply, by the way.
Okay.
But just someone said, any chance that Joe Miller will be returning to some CS? And right now he is not going to be doing any CS this season, purely because he's over in America very shortly to do the Worlds. Casting League of Legends, not the word you used in.
It sounds more exciting. But anyway, let's have a little focus here, because Alternate are actually picking up a bit of a gun round that is quite impressive this time, rather than the easy pistol bash they've been going up against. They have picked up 2. Fear Me and Spitty down. Big push towards B. They have huge presence there. And I don't know if the others are going to even commit to this. They surely can't get back in here. With that much of a presence from the T side, I think they're going to be saving. We saw that the CTs already went on that early eco, as you said. I think they're a little bit strapped for cash, because we noted these rounds are going all the way down to the wire. They're going all the way through. So I think that the T side is going on the prowl, trying to find a couple of exit kills. Crispy doing just that, taking down Globe, and this saving method that they went for didn't really pay off too well. Mars gets one back on Crispy, and a nice follow-up onto Tizian. So 4-3 is the scoreline. Good round from Alternate, nicely executed towards that B-bomb site, completely overpowered them. Well played. Yeah,
things are looking a bit different now, aren't they? 3 rounds on, we remarked the score was 4-1. Alternate had 2 kills on each of their men, and look at the scoreboard right now. That looks pretty even on both sides.
Different from all the twos.
Has to be said, yeah. Much more even. We do have a pause, unfortunately.
Oh, I love pauses.
Do you?
They're my favourite things, after teams delaying.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think teams delaying the matches to start, or technical problems, meaning that you can't start. They're also fun, right?
Really
I mean,
nice.
I like those. But you're right, team pauses are pretty cool too.
Yeah, I like the way that they just freeze, and sometimes I get really nervous, like, have I crashed? Has the game crashed? I'm never too sure. Never too sure.
No, but I can guarantee that the game has not crashed, because at least I can press tab right now and get the
Is this the method? Is this how you check?
There's a method to my madness.
Well,
the map that we're on, by the way, is Cache, or if you're from the south of England, Cache.
Wow, is this the mockery I'm getting? You're from further south than me!
Yeah, but I spent plenty of time in the northeast, so
that doesn't matter.
I know how to say proper English.
That means you bathed in gravy for a bit.
Bath.
Oh, stop it. You're bathed in gravy. Doesn't even work. But we are back live, so why don't you take us into this delightful round? You're on the Joe Miller rounds, if you did miss him. There's just pistols by the CT, so you can
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah,
that
no,
one.
I'm enjoying being Joe Miller this evening. I'm
But
sure
Mars is not.
if Joe's is watching, whoa, hold on, because Mars has just decided to just go crazy with the AWP. He's got his first one. Admittedly, oh, hold on, because this isn't really an eco at all. There's an AWP in there, and the AK, sorry, M4, my mistake. Nice little nade. There's a good header there by Crispy, as he's now known, because he's been blown up by the HE.
Wow.
And we're at 3v3 with a very eclectic mix of weaponry for the CTs of EnRo GRIFFINS right now, who are at 4-3, having lost 3 in a row after looking really impressive, stunning little headshot from Felix on top of Frozen, who was just behind the car, and Mars now on the hunt for another man down a side. 2v2, and will land yet another one. That's the second round from him. 2 from Frozen in the middle of that as well. And now there's 2v1. Felix last man standing to make it 4-4. Or is it 5-3? Oh, he's done a lot of damage here as well, and a pair of them, and is still somehow alive. That AWP still hasn't landed. Finally, Fermi does land the shot with the AK and finish him off. And EnRo GRIFFINS now lead 5-3. You can ignore the pause signals. That was just the gobbledygook that's catching up with us. That's
now, I've got to point out the fact that we do remember the CT saved the round before this one. And the 2 people who saved their guns, who managed to stay alive, was Frozen and Mars. These 2 got 2 kills each. That was so important for them to save those weapons, to be able to use them so profoundly then. It basically got them back into this in such a great way. And I've got to say, Mars is really impressing with that AWP fire. I can't deny it at all. He's been a bit of a beast. Anyway, bit of a slower round coming out, but we have seen how well this paid off last time Alternate went towards 8. When they put all their eggs in one basket, it seemingly pays off. So, interesting use of Molotovs coming out. Not too sure on that one.
I don't think they went off either into that site.
Yeah, a little bit interesting there, but nevertheless they are pushing forward. Here we go. Solek goes in. Spiddy finds him easily. Mars joins in, and it's a Spiddy show right now, taking down 2, denying the push very comfortably. Crystal seems a little bit bemused as to where those Molotovs actually went, and it is now a 4v2. Felix and Tizian alive. Bomb going down. So maybe there's a chance. Globe pushing in. Well, that chance is being ripped away. Tizian goes down now. Felix in a 1v3. And it's gone. Fear me. Showing why they should fear him. And gets the defuse. Big round from, I've got to say, Spiddy there. Actually stopping that push pretty much on his own.
Yeah. The 3 men, actually, at the top of the EnRo team table right now have all had some glorious rounds. 10 for Spiddy on the board. Mars with 9. Fear me with 9. Frozen with 4. Globe needs to step the hell up, although that's not quite fair because he's only got 1 kill on the board. He's only played 1 round, of course, because he was the man that dropped, so I'm just going to stop giving him a hard time. On the other side, Felix 6 for 7 so far, Tizian 8 for 7, Crispy 8 for 8, Crystal 4 for 7, and Solek, not his usual self this evening, 2 for 7.
No, I agree.
Back with the Splash P250 of Crystal. On an eco once more, allows us just to have a look at some of these new skins on these weapons.
I like them.
The Tornado M4 looks really sexy, by the way, I have to say.
They all look pretty.
And Globe, just as I said, you have to step up. He's
heard you.
He's done that. Brilliant, good. Couple of big kills from him. Spiddy and Mars cleaned things up, and yep, I had the Joe Miller round. It's 7-3 to EnRo.
And I've got to say, this scoreline is not expected to me. In all the German teams, I'm fully aware of Team Alternate. I've been watching Chris for quite some time, Solek as well. And on a map that's very even, seeing a team against them up this many rounds is quite a surprise. And Mars and Spiddy between them doing real work. So enjoying watching them. They're a new team to my eyes. I've seen Spiddy before, but not against a team like this, not this caliber. But we are seeing the teams both with guns now, so at least we're kind of getting to see the overall picture here. So this should give you an idea of what we're really seeing, rather than these eco bashes that you've been gifted. Early mid exchange. You have been. It's a gift from God.
Thoroughly blessed.
Anyway, the mid exchange is going down. EnRo GRIFFINS have got the first, quickly replied by Solek, who's been doing great stuff through that middle exchange, but just not quite edging into it. Tizian though, nice shot onto Fear Me, and that's opened up B just enough. The Alternate are looking towards it now. Here comes a rotate from the CTs. You can see it on the mini-map. But the smoke's going down. They need to get that bomb across quite swiftly. You can see the fire being put down. Crystal getting that through. Nade's coming in. Big nade from Frozen. It's Kobe Bryant just holding up there right now. Spitty pushes in. EnRo are absolutely unraveling the opposition. Solak now the last man standing. And Team Alternate, what has happened to them? Spitty.
Nice of them to put the smoke down for the
that
covering
was very
diffuser
pleasant.
as well.
That was kind.
Yeah.
That's kind. Cover them off, help them out a bit, you know. Enjoy it. And Team Alternate have great execution. But then the afterplant situations, the 3v2s, the kind of slower, more played out stuff that they're normally very good at. It's not happening.
No, it's not. Part of that, I think you have to give some credit to EnRo, who are playing really well.
Yeah,
Spitty in particular is having a baller of an evening, frankly. 11 gone, 4 to go for the half.
Is that because of Kobe Bryant? Are we really getting this now? Dear God.
I'm glad you get my references. They're not that subtle, but sometimes people are like, what the hell's you on about?
I was half expecting Duran Duran to come out when
Duran
Duran,
no, Duran Duran is so season 2.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well. What on earth was that? Crispy actually stood on top of Globe to get higher and didn't realise he was standing on top of him.
Some might call him a Globe trotter.
That was good, but not quick enough. Spitty and Globe picking up another frag apiece. And Tijan is the last one alive right now in a 4v1. Not quite sure why we switched away from him, so do you know what, Auto Director? Screw you. We're now going back to him. I want to see if he can clutch this one. 1v4. Tension mounting. 48 seconds remaining. As he pushes into the midfield and does pick up a frag, even though the Auto Director has decided to turn away from us at exactly the wrong time.
Really did think that was 50 Shades of Red Eye then. With the whole pushing in, very sultry voice. Sexy times.
See, I like
you miss casting with me deep down, don't you?
I do, and I like the fact that you can pick up on these little things, you know? People would never have got
call it a little thing.
People would never have got that. They would never have realised that was actually reading from 50 Shades of Counter-Strike.
It's a lovely book. I got gifted that. It's very nice.
9-3.
Yeah, 9-3 indeed is the scoreline in favour to the team that no one would have expected. EnRo really showing what they're made of. We are going to see a little bit of X-ray turned on. Mars doesn't need it though. He's already found Crisby. Nice reply comes in from Crystal. Pushing across the boxes, catching Fear Me off. But here comes the push and there goes Globe. The exchange goes down. Alternate become the victor of that. Getting their hands on the bomb side, but it's still a 3v3. Oh, Mars missing by a whisker. Looking towards the bomb site, trying to find a pixel out of place. Frozen edges through, gets tagged up a touch, only down to 87 HP. They're looking for their way back in here. They're going for this one, but Felix denies the first. Mars replies. The back and forth goes down. Alternate finally lock it down, but it's Mars. The man's a bit of a monster right now. Clock is ticking. That nade has really dashed off. He's pushing in anyway. Solek deals with it. Finally, Alternate lock it down, but that was a little bit dangerous there.
Well, it's 9-4. I mean, 2 more. 9-6 is sort of okay. They won't be too worried about that. But they won't want to lose any more. So, could prove to be an important round, that one. Just to keep them in with a shout when they switch over. But at the moment, EnRo looking very good.
I like seeing this. I really do.
It's a new season. New teams. The 18th and 19th of July, that 24 hours. Now dubbed as Black Counter-Strike Day. For those of you who aren't aware of it, it was the day that Lord retired. It was the day that Virtus.pro shut their Counter-Strike team. It was the day that players left Na'Vi, players left ESC. In fact, I think the only team unaffected by the changes were Ninjas in Pyjamas, who just sat there laughing at everyone, saying, yeah, we're not dropping anyone.
Consistency is a lovely thing.
Just stay as we are. That will forever be known as Black Counter-Strike Day, because it changed everything. And we now have a whole mixture of new teams, new lineups. It's almost like the week after the International 3 for Dota 2, only not quite as bloody. Frozen here, trying to get into the bomb site. 1v1. And he's won the round with just 3 points of health remaining on an eco here. And EnRo Griffins are going to get the defuse and lead 10-4 now. Wow, what a half from them.
This is incredible. I genuinely didn't see this coming at all. I thought, we picked a good game to see. It's nice to see German rivals going head-to-head. Nice to see a little bit of the back and forth between them. But lo and behold, did I ever think that we'd be seeing a scoreline like this on a map that's so even. The T-side is actually biased here. Bear that in mind. But anyway, let's see what's going down here. Solek and Crisby already catching a bit of a nade. You can see the health has gone down. But it's Globe sitting around waiting by B, playing it smart.
It's just like fireworks when they start
really
throwing HEs, isn't it?
It's fantastic. But a bit of a more tentative start from the alternate side. Maybe trying to switch up the pace and touch, play it more into their favour. See how they can, you know, define what goes forward. Maybe this is more to their style. Not what I remember from them. Normally quite an affirmative team, but we'll see. A little bit of a light buy coming out from them as well. Not the best ensemble of weaponry, but they are edging through mid. You can see it just about. The problem is
Last
there are...
round,
yeah, indeed. They've gone for what they can, but it's a heavy investment, and the CTs are just playing this smart, sitting back, playing carefully. Oh, nice little bit of a guess from Crystal there, locking down the rotate, finding Spiddy. Does take him down to 9 HP, but he's done the work. Now, alternate looking towards A. They know where they're going to be. Frozen goes down, Crisby unlocking this as they go. They're a little bit careful. Oh, lovely shot from Tizian. 180's round finds Globe, but here's the reply. EnRo start unraveling them down to... excuse me, 3v1. Fear Me is now the last man standing. And finally, they've actually managed to execute a round a little bit late, may I add.
Yeah, a little bit late.
But they've remembered. They've remembered. It's come back. Anyway, Fear Me, 1v3, after plant situation. A lot of ground to cover. A lot of players to find. Edging closer. Just checking his corners, making sure he's not being outdone here. But will he expect Crisby? Beautiful play. Oh, he has found Crisby. 1v2. Crystal all the way around. This is lovely stuff from him. Beautiful insight from Crystal again. He got Spiddy on the rotate. He caught the other side of it. That's just beautiful play. That is really nice to see. The individual talent is still there with these guys. But the rounds were just not going to them. 10-5.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. It's almost like, if this had been a regular football season, you could say, well, they've had a few months off.
Yeah.
Been on the beach, taking it easy, come back, a little bit rusty, but these guys just carry on playing, even though the RaidCall seasons
yeah, there is no downtime for these guys.
A couple of months between, and yeah, they shouldn't be playing like this. Anyway,
yeah.
First half, EnRo GRIFFINS, very impressive first half from them, take nothing away from them, alternate on the back foot, 10-5 EnRo lead.
Yeah, no, I've got to say the fact, looking at how Alternate were playing to this point, they've been getting fairly close results. They've been getting good rounds in against Virtus Pro, against the new Dragon side, against NIP. They're not doing wonderfully, but they got you know, a 16-11 at their latest results against Am Faculty. It's not like they're playing badly. It's just whatever EnRo GRIFFINS are doing, it's working. So
I mean, 16-14 against Astana recently as well. Which,
that's impressive.
You know, means that they can play. We know they can play. I mean, we've seen them play through the last two RaidCall seasons, and they've been, you know, been impressive at times through that as well. But,
yeah, exactly that.
Hasn't worked for them so far this evening against EnRo GRIFFINS.
And I've got to point out the fact, as this is a best of one, if EnRo do manage to pick up this pistol, which in theory they should, they've got the Glock, they've got the bias, that scoreline's going to be pretty disastrous
it's going to be
for
very
Alternate.
And here we go then in the mid area. Crisby taking a little bit of damage, dealing some as well. Globe now going to try and push across that mid area, then has to back away. Felix covering it nicely. Crystal waiting over at the other side. And I thought Globe was going to make a move, then he decides not to. Crisby going to drop over the top here and takes off the head of Globe, and he does pick up the first kill on the round. Here comes Fear Me, and can he get the second? He can! Tizian's got one in the middle of that one though to make it a 4v3, and here comes Crisby round the back. They've got 3 in a row inside the bomb site now of EnRo, but somehow Alternative replied back, and we're now all set at 2v2. Bomb about to be planted on the B bomb site. Fear Me and Spiddy with 82 points of health between them. Fear Me on the bomb site. Crystal coming around the far side as well. And they are going to try and have to push in at the same time. Lovely shot from Crystal. They've now got one man to find. Flash goes up onto the high ground. Spiddy does manage to lock down the first one, and he's now got himself 2 on the bomb. Goes the defuse from Crystal. He's going to try and go for this one. I think he might get this one. He doesn't! Oh my goodness! Spiddy comes in at the last possible moment and clutches the round for GRIFFINS with 3 points of health for the second time. It's 11-5 EnRo GRIFFINS.
Oh my word. I think Spiddy deserves a medal for this entire game. The way he stepped up individually is unbelievable. 19-9 against the likes of Crystal in a pistol round as well. Bear that in mind, he's insane on pistols normally, Crystal. He's one of the players I always like to watch out for. And right now, he's just been annihilated. Anyway, let's get our eyes towards the game, because we do see EnRo GRIFFINS up that round. Felix doesn't care for that anyway, taking down Mars, that AWPer from last time. Nice nade as well, bringing it back all even 4v4. But the superior gunfire should come in now, but Tizian trying to do work. Clearly the Deagle not really stepping up for him. The B-bomb site now, he should have. You know that gets more damage. Anyway, EnRo have completely engulfed A, B even, and only left Crystal alive. And I know he's a bit of a genius with that pistol, but the 1v4 might be pushing it a bit. So this should, in theory, go to EnRo Griffins.
He's got this, Crystal.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's got
All right,
this.
let's have a little look. Let's have a look. He's going James Bond in this.
He's got this.
Well. Never sing again. 1v3. Please stop, Paul. It's hurting me. You're putting Crystal off. Look what you've done. What's why we can't have nice things? 12 to 5.
Name is Crystal. James Crystal. So, EnRo Griffins 4 away from winning the opening game on the RaidCall EMS 1 full 2013 and knocking out Alternate, who have been regular victors during the first 2 seasons in the RaidCall EMS 1 Cups. Done very well indeed through the first 2 seasons. One of the more consistent of the teams that have been in it, and one of the only ones that stayed together through it, pretty much anyway. Almost all the other teams, other than NIP, have made many changes and resemble nothing like the Season 1 teams and lineups that we saw. Mars picks up the kill on Felix there, and that'll give them a 4v2. They'll be 3 rounds away from victory if they can win this one. And it does look like the favour is with them. They've got 2 more men to find, both on pistols. Bomb planted now as well. Make that 1 man to find. Tijan picks up another kill in the round. That's his second. And this last one should be fairly straightforward. Solec's just sort of saying, "Hi, over here, just shoot me." And finally they spin round and put a bit of damage down on him. And, oh, actually, they are going to... Oh, it was actually down to a 1v1. I didn't notice there was an extra man at the back there. Was Tijan somehow stayed alive. And I thought there was already that man down. So, anyway, not to worry. Panic over. 13-5. EnRo Griffins. 3 rounds from reaching the round of 16.
Yeah, not a bad way to kick things off. For a team that I would never have really expected to go this far. I'd seen Spiddy before. I'd seen Globe before. But little did I ever expect this to happen. Anyway, first big round with guns involved. This could be the absolute undoing for Team Alternate. On the harder side now. Getting the boost up. Try and lock it down. Yeah, they're trying, bless them. Eventually. Give them a sec. You're so mean, Red Eye, dear God. Anyway, let's see what the T's are up to. They are looking towards the A side. Oh, what are we doing? Bit of camera work coming from Red Eye.
Yeah, just look, you know.
No.
See?
That's nice. That's very cinematic. Anyway, let's get back into the game. Frozen piercing through takes down Crispal. Crispal is like Crisby and Crispal in one, but EnRo are pushing forward anyway, even though I can't speak anymore. 2v4 now. Solec trying to get some damage dealt. Nade comes through, does get a nice connection onto Mars. Tizian comes in, takes down Globe, and they could turn this one around, but with that bomb down, it's not going to be an easy task. Mars being the one to challenge, but it's Spiddy to claim the frag. Mars finishing off the deal, taking that scoreline to 14-5, and EnRo Griffins' round is really being butchered by your atrocious camera work.
Yeah, I thought I saw an org there.
There was.
There was
There
there?
was.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
you
fine.
worry. There was. Look, it's Tizian's hat.
Oh, okay, fine, yeah. Just, you know, not the usual weaponry you'd expect, but okay.
No. I like a little bit of variation.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. I'm also waiting for the decorated smokes and flashes, by the way.
I'd quite like that. Various colours, like little pink swoop.
I imagine them as, you know, Coca-Cola cans or 7-Up cans. Be quite fun. Just going to lob a bottle of 7-Up at you.
You're trying to get some sponsors in for CSGO.
I was trying to, yeah.
Nice. I like the branding.
Can't blame you, right?
Nah.
14-5, EnRo Griffins 2 away from taking this first match in the round of 32 in the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup. Number 1, $1,000 up for grabs, of course.
That was just called Doom Kitty.
Yeah, the Doom Kitty one. Yeah,
I hadn't
have you
seen
that before? Yeah.
No.
And we've got the wings on the org, by the way. I haven't seen that one yet either. Someone told me about that yesterday, and I was like, ooh, I'll have to see if I can find one of them. Dark Water M4 here, which is also very nice. I also like the fact that you've got the kill count on the side.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I don't know if you've seen that. That's a new feature that you can get as well. Racks up all your kills that you've made with that particular weapon, which is very nice. I like the little touches. I'm not a great fan of the skin. I do like the purist, but I like the fact that it's a new way to support. Oh, Counter-Strike. Talking about supporting, Spiddy was absolutely caught. Well, sorry, Crystal was absolutely caught short there by Spiddy. And it doesn't really matter too much. It's a really good body, but I'd like to switch away. We go over to Globe Williams, not to be confused with his brother Robbie. And we're down to a 4 versus 1 right now. Sonic, the last man alive. EnRo Griffins really on the verge of making their way through to the next round right now. Globe, oh, that flash, it's going to flash himself out. but he's only got 1 point of health anyway, so he's got to do a little bit of defending here. Somehow stays alive, despite the fact that Solek is still getting away with it. How on earth did Globe get away with it, staying with just 1 point of health? But he did, and he moves his team to, take a long breath, 10 match points.
Wow. So they've got a long and not too easy road in front of them, and I don't say this is going too well for them. We do see a couple of AWPs now floating around for the EnRo Griffins side. They are 1 round away from picking this one up, and it is a best of 1, bear in mind, folks, so this could be all over in a very quick round.
See, if I was commentating with Simon at this point, this would be the pit where he said, well, if Team Alternate come back from here, I'll run around naked if they draw this one.
I wouldn't put the ESL officers through that. German food is good, is all I'm saying. Anyway, 4v3 situation in favour to the team who are leading in quite some drastic form. Mars takes it further, 4v2. And now look at them engulfing that B-bomb site, closing in onto poor little Tizian, cowering in the corner with the shotgun. He does take down 1, not enough though. Fear Me goes down, and it's all into the hands of Crystal. 1v3. Let's see what he can do. Spots Mars, goes in, does get it, picks up the AWP, looking for the follow-up. Ambitious, goes back for seconds. He's a little bit flashed up there, has to slow down. We caught a glimpse. Ooh, just misses by a whisker. Clock is still ticking now, and it's done its job. Spiddy comes through big, and ladies and gentlemen, we've seen our first upset, and I think Spiddy is the man to thank for that one.
You could be right.
My word. And look at you working out the camera.
He was very...
I'm impressed. Got it right.
Good games, good games. Well done to EnRo Griffins then. They nicely through. They did really well in that game.
I can't believe it. I genuinely didn't expect that. I was looking at the pre-match games. I was going through the stats. I was looking at the map. I was like, well, this should be Alternate's game. By all accounts, Alternate should have stepped up and picked that one up fairly comfortably as well. Don't get me wrong. EnRo Griffins are a good side, but they're not of the caliber of Alternate. You look at Alternate, you see stability, you see individual talent. And right then, there was no execution from them. There was very poor after-plant situations. There was very little discipline, and they looked like a new team, which they're not.
Crystal's going to be watching this on the VOD, and he's going to be saying, we should get Pansy. That's who we should get.
Exactly right. COD 4 players always do really well in CSGO.
Right, we are going to take a very quick break. When we come back, we will let you know what the round of 16 game will be. If you've got any suggestions for us, then we'll listen to them, but we might not choose your game. It's just how cruel we are.
Him.
Just me. If you want to let us know what games you would like to see in the round of 16, then feel free to drop them into the Twitch chat, and we will have a look and pick the best one. And when we come back, we will bring you the round of 16. After that, we'll also have the quarterfinal game this evening as well, and then we'll take a little bit of a break overnight, and then come back and do both semi-finals and the grand final for you tomorrow in the RaidCall EMS 1 Full Cup number 1. We'll be back very shortly.